You have spared your precious time. Are you able to hear this much? You have spared your precious time. I have spared my precious time. So, when you go back from the session, my objective is always that when you go back from the session, you should give the best of the best wishes. Sir, you really made the day. Then it is worth, then it is worth, otherwise we are wasting each other's time. So please hold on your writing right now, just hold on, hear me properly. Thereafter I will give you the work culture, how to start with, because it is huge responsibility. It is huge responsibility to ensure what is advertised in newspaper, that strategy to crack this examination in one attempt. It should not be just advertisement. While going back from the session, you should realize, yes, it is, you can. If this is your strategy, you can. But I request those who are sitting, very few number you are, once session is start, please hold your concentration to the level best, to take the best out of the session. One thing. Second thing, I'm sharing with you my around 27 years of huge experience with you, that how to really crack this examination in one attempt. For that reason, I tell you, I have a work culture. Let me first share with you informally that I, in this more than 2 decades, hold on writing, please. Because see, why is it happening? Why I'm insisting so much hold writing? Because 90% of the candidates in this examination don't have trust in themselves. When you hear something and start writing, it means you are insulting yourself. Because you don't trust yourself, you are scared of forgetting. Just take off my example. In every session, whatever part of general studies I would be taking, in every session, I'm talking about myself. I do come before you just like an examinee, no support system. So I have also prepared everything properly in roadmap that I would like to share with you how to develop that roadmap. So I would say in this session, in any session, in this session as it is, you have come here for a strategy to crack this examination in one attempt. For that reason, you should have a roadmap. In my every session, I will give you a roadmap. Roadmap like once you are, suppose you are trying to take a round of Delhi. You are new in Delhi. You purchase a roadmap of Delhi. Thereafter, you pinpointed 1, 2, 3, 4 from airport, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that, and back to airport. You took round of Delhi. Within 4 or 5 days, you have toured Delhi very properly. And when you go back, while getting back from the airport, you will have that feel. Hold on writing, please. Have you, what you have spared your precious time. Make sure that it is just for, not for sake of formality I'm speaking to. Trying to make you people feel like that when you go back from airport, your own city, within a week, you would be knowing Delhi more than those who are born and brought up in Delhi, because you have that fantastic strategy of taking a round of Delhi. Same thing is here. I tell you, in my professional career, I've seen number of candidates. The day of main examination, they are playing badminton. Hard to believe. And they played like they are rankers. And those who are preparing for years, sitting in their cave, the last hour also revising, it is just like you are putting fertilizer during harvesting. If you are revising at last moment, it is just like a farmer one side harvesting and some people are putting urea. So that nonsense it is. So I tell you, based on that, I would like to share with you, every day I will give you 5 roadmap, 5 points. Today, first point of the session would be, I will give you write-up, no worries. Myth and realities of civil services. Second point would be understanding pattern an objective of civil services examination. What's the pattern since 2013 onward, and how is it changing every year? Then third would be designing a strategy. How to design a strategy really in one go, one attempt, clear. Fourth is how to prepare national and international affairs. What should be the sources? And fifth is, that is your time management and stress management, because you have to take care of your mental health also. In this preparation, you will have sometime depression, sometime disappointment. That's very natural. And depression is very good sign. If you have depression, it's a very good sign. It means you are an ambitious person. Because when there is depression, when there is a valley, there must be mountains. Without mountain, there won't be valley. So if you are in depression, that means you are really very ambitious young man or woman. A rickshaw puller won't be depressed ever, but that rickshaw puller will be depressed if he thinks to purchase radio taxi. Then he would be slightly disturbed, depressed, disappointed. You have to manage that also. So 5 points, first you, please, and one thing very, very important, I tell you, your language, Tamil, Telugu, Marathi, Malayali, everything is confined to one area or other area. The most important language is in this examination, that is your body language. How is your body language? That makes huge difference. I tell you, really, that makes huge difference. If your body language, suppose, is so intense, so impactful, you are standing even in a bus depot, and you are standing there. It's not makeup, but people crossing you, they looked at. Again, they looked at. Someone special you are. Some fire is there. You speak to someone, they are literally lost for a moment. Then you are. But if your body language is very poor, you are cheating your parents also. Because the point is, number of times you assure your parents, Baba, I will, Baba. But how do you speak I will? That matters. Whether it is coming from within and just is speaking for speaking's sake. So I tell you one very important thing. We should prepare a roadmap. And what my work culture is, part of general studies so far is concerned, it would be post-independent India from Nehru to Narendra Modi, then governance, government, of course, social justice, foreign policy, international relations, internal security, comparative constitution of the world. Lots of areas are at my disposal. But I would like to share with you, in every area, even in your self-study, when you make a roadmap and you complete roadmap, thereafter you come out of a study room, you feel delighted. Yes, very creative feel. So same way, in every session, I will give you present roadmap is, we have 5 points to discuss. And every point has number of sub-points. First point is myth and realities of civil services. Second point, we will discuss understanding pattern of civil service examination and its objective. Why pattern being changed and what is the objective? Third, how to design a strategy, because strategy matters, isn't? If a strategy of terrorist organization is better, they carry out Pulwama-like attack, and our highly trained security forces devastated, demolished, demoralized, huge dead body here, martyred all around. Next time, our strategy is better. Then we carry out surgical strike, Balakot, overnight devastated, and came back without single scratch. Same is here, whether selection or election, sports or surgical strike. Everywhere, what matters? Strategy. How good a strategist you are, really speaking. That is my hardcore experience I'm sharing with you. That matters a lot. So I repeat once again, you generally what happens when you hear someone, it's a very common, because I would like to share with you, Monday to Thursday, when session is full round going on, Monday to Thursday I'm in Delhi, Friday either Hyderabad or Bangalore or Trivandrum, sometimes Guwahati and Srinagar, because my objective is, before I salute this world, I should address as many youth as I can. But now onward, because of your blessings, I think, best wishes, for the last 4 or 5 years, since 2014 onward, I was started getting assignment from government. They are inviting me to train their faculty who would be training the civil service aspirants. So of course, slightly I'm getting out of touch. But yes, but even then I don't miss this kind of opportunity when I'm directly interacting with you people. Our future, really speaking, you are our future. We would be handing over baton to you people. So based on that, that is my routine. And I'm sure the way I'm working, I tell you, don't mind, please. Hardly 5 of you would be able to sustain with me for a week. Majority will leave me. So how do you maintain this routine? That is it. And when outside visit is Hyderabad or Bangalore, 9:30 morning to evening 6:30 session going on. And enjoying session like passion. And even sometime really, I do speak, because standing up, it's always gives you momentum, energy. But midway, sometime I ask them, because I really sometime get tired, sometime. Then I ask them, would you like to have break? They say, sir, if you want, sir, it's okay, sir. Otherwise, we would like to continue. Arey yaar. Anyway, but that is a kind of compliment also. You feel delighted. Yes, I am more than double of your age, no doubt. And it's the energy comes from you people. How are you people? But if this really matters. So I tell you, today we will discuss these points one by one, and after discussing one point, I will give you write up. Whatever you want to write, you would be writing up. So that while coming back, going back from the session, because generally you feel very delighted when your copy is full. Then you put inside bag and you move like, yes, good. But if somebody is speaking, not letting you write, then you feel slightly low. Are yaar, yes. So that I have seen everywhere it is. It's not you. So first you note down today's first point. Thereafter I will give you detail of that. I will explain everything, then write up one by one. And after closing the session, all the 5 points close. Thereafter, I will ask you to, if anything left out, generally nothing left out, you are most welcome to ask questions. Then you would be asking whatever you want. And then you would say, for today only, we would say, thank you, bye. So note down the roadmap today, please note down. Now you note down, please. Point 1, myth and realities of civil services. Myth and realities of civil services. Point 1. Myth and realities of civil services. Point 1. Point 2. Understanding pattern and objective of. Understanding pattern and objective of civil services examination. Understanding pattern and objective of civil services examination. Point 3. Strategy to crack the examination in one attempt. A strategy to crack the examination in one attempt. Point 4. Preparing national international affairs. Preparing national international affairs. Point 4. Preparing national international affairs. And point 5. Time and stress management. Time and stress management. This is your 5 point, time and stress management. Thereafter you pick up first point. First you write first point, again you write first point. Thereafter I will give you sub point within that. First point to pick up, myth and realities include. Point 1, myth and realities include. Myth and realities include. Point therein again you put point. Point 1, qualification. I will explain that, no worries. Myth and realities include. Point 1, qualification. Point 2, family background. Point 2, family background. Point 3, working or non-working. Working or not working. Point 4, fresher or experienced. Fresher or senior, fresher or experienced, whatever you write. Fresher or experienced. Point 5, resourceful, resourceful or resource constrained. Resourceful or resource constrained. Resourceful or resource constrained. Now you hold for a minute, please. This is your point 1 you are trying, and please make sure that when I do speak to you, this much we mutually deserve that you should hear me very properly, so that it should be registered here instead of getting registered in copy. First it should be registered here, then you will get the point. See, point 1 is regarding myth and realities, in which I have pointed out, based on my professional hardcore experience, pointed out point 1, does qualification matter or not? I tell you one thing, whether you are first divisioner, whether you are gold medalist of IIT Kharagpur, or you are third divisioner of any university, it doesn't matter at all in this examination. Why so? Who am I to say? Whatever I would say, I will speak to you with logic. What is the logic behind? And you should also be interactive. Please, I should ask, young lady, please concentrate. I'm asking you, young lady, please. Make sure that if suppose I ask you one thing, be interactive. I ask you one thing, does qualification matter in this examination? If yes, if no, give reason. No, you got activated, thank you, God bless. That's why I wanted to activate you only. I tell you one thing, nobody's authority to say yes or no. One should, including me. If I say yes, if I say no, I should give you logic. See, logic is that you are IIT Kharagpur and take gold medalist. And if you ask UPSC, sir, I am gold medalist IIT Kharagpur. UPSC says, sorry, you don't have respect for my degree. We have respect, but our examination is very different. We need very different temperament. So you may be gold medalist or you are third divisioner, doesn't matter. You write our examination. Sir, if I fail to qualify prelims, sorry, then we won't. Getting the point? That has been, I tell you one more thing, young man. Those who are, even this year, I won't name, otherwise it won't be good. This year, within 50, there are 2 candidates whom I interviewed. They had very poor academic record. And when it was asked question that your academic record is so poor, you know the reply, so nice reply. He said, sir, it was because of my adverse family condition. And I don't want to explain my family condition to avoid any sort of sympathy. I want to compete. I don't want to go have sympathy, sir. And I'm proud of myself in spite of this poor academic record, sir, that I'm able to come before you in spite of so much of humiliation and demoralization. I am proud of myself. It was really so nice, candid. All board members looking at him and speaking from bottom of heart, really. So I tell you, qualification doesn't matter. Whatever you have, don't take consideration of that ever. Point 2, family background doesn't matter. These days, bidi worker's daughter, rickshaw puller's son getting into IAS, and they are scoring better. You know why? Because they are under tremendous pressure. And in pressure cooker, food cooks faster without compromising with quality. So if you have pressure, if I have pressure, I will improve, my quality will improve if I am under pressure. Don't you think in spite of addressing, generally first when I start, it's a 250, 280. These days, it's because of post-COVID impact. I'm addressing this much of a strength also. However, outside the strength is very good, but strength doesn't matter. What matters? That how are the candidates? What is their quality? How are they responding? That matters. So I repeat, first, qualification does not matter at all. Second thing, family background, rather if you have slightly humble family background, you will have more pressure. And if you have more pressure, you will do far better than those who don't have pressure. I won't name, I have seen number of candidates in my career, their family prosperous. बेटा रहो दिल्ली में, कोई बात नहीं है, मैं तो हूं ना, and बेटा यहाँ enjoy कर रहा है, because he lost commitment, he has no pressure. And we should realize always, when food is cooked in pressure cooker, that cooks faster without compromising with quality. So I have seen in my career, what I'm sharing with you people, that really, and that may change, but I tell you, when candidates are under pressure, this or that pressure, emotional pressure, financial pressure, family pressure, constraint pressure, some sort of crisis is there, they perform far better than those in comparison to comfortable candidates. This is very, very important. You are so young right now. I tell you one thing. One day, long back, I was hearing one interview, listening to one interview, Oxford University professor. He was asked one question. Sir, Japan was devastated in 1945. And Japan totally devastated, sir. India got independence in 1947, sir. And where we are, sir, where they are, sir. What is secret of Japan, sir? I was also listening to that great man. One line answer he gave. He said, you know, Japan was devastated. So there was no space for repairing. Everything has to be renovated. Everything has to be rebuilt. And they are the kind of people they rebuilt. So sometimes you are devastated. Thank God, devastated. Now you no need to prepare. You have to rejuvenate, renovate. Really, not to speak only. Not to speak. It's a hardcore experience of my professional career. I tell you, family background doesn't matter. Third thing is, sometimes you feel working people, they go for leave. No, I'm not able to justify my preparation. I tell you one thing, working people, non-working, both have advantage, disadvantage. Working people have advantage of financial security, emotional security. When he is preparing, he has one job. ASLV already launched, he is trying for PSLV and GSLV. That basic you know. That means he is already employed. He has that financial, emotional security. And because of that, his 2-hour study would be equal to 5-hour study of an unemployed young man. Because he or she always feel insecure. Oh my God, sometimes Baba is very low, Papa is very low. And if the preparation not going well, you look at your Papa, you don't say anything, Papa also don't say anything, but you feel like, oh my God, if I fail, I will be inviting devastation for the family. And I tell you, we professionals are very selfish. See, all those, I'm talking about my personal view, professional view. That's my personal, absolutely personal. Please don't take otherwise. I tell you, I never ever share dice with any successful candidate ever. Why so? Because I do feel personally, if I claim that I am godfather of this candidate or that candidate, I'm equally responsible for those who are failures. If I'm not ready to take blame of those who are failures, why should I take credit of those who are successful? It does mean you are decisive, we are not. We teach, we mentor each and every candidate in the same way. But some of you may be having higher rank, some of you may be having very lower rank, 1 or 2 may be out. I'm equally responsible for everyone. This is very important. So I tell you, working, non-working does not matter. And so far non-working is concerned, he or she feels like that I am non-working, so I should devote completely. Devoting completely does mean 12-hour study, 14-hour study. A number of times you go on YouTube and you are asking, media people asking rankers, how many hours would you like to recommend to your juniors? Some say, I think not less than 10 or 12 hours. It won't matter. You feel like this, my God, 3-4 hours, I'm having backache, not able to sustain, and he is studying for 12-14 hours. And that too, worst is if your parents are sitting by the side, they would immediately ask you, देखो, इसीलिए rank लगा है. The point is that's a rubbish. How can I say rubbish? I tell you, digestion and reception both are same thing. If you are having 5 paratha, 6 paratha a day, what will happen to you? Digestion is also, it's a limitation is there. Have a small banana, boiled egg, whole day you are working. Digestion proper, quality is proper. Like reception here. If you are studying for hours, that is just for your satisfaction. because there is some psychology generally working among candidates. When somebody visit your study room, all the books open, pen open, paper scattered here and there, and you are sitting there looking untidy, hair, beard, look like, then your father also say, oh my God, it's a war room it is. My son is next topper. It's all psychology. And if you are looking very tidy, all books in proper shelf, neat and clean study table, one white paper you are writing, one laptop is there, no books inside your room, laptop, net is working, then your Baba start doubting you. Are you really? And that too while taking bath, if you are singing, तो पापा ने तो सोच लिया, मामा को बोलेगी इससे कुछ नहीं होगा, गाना गाता रहता है ये सीरियस है ही नहीं, ये नॉनसेंस है, सीरियस नहीं होता है कोई. Patient gets serious, examinee always gets sincere. Have you ever heard any doctor diagnosing any patient, this patient is getting sincere, my God? Patient never gets sincere, patient gets serious. So you are not supposed to, and see, here I request all of you, keep a smile, because that's a free gift. That gives you immense energy, and make friends with those, you must have friends, those who are really lively. Otherwise you will find 25-year young boys and girls, they always look gloomy. जब कभी मिलो, they look like that they are holding entire earth on their finger. That slightly here and there, it will fall down. That downs your energy, and time and again reminding you, क्या हुआ यार, अरे यार नहीं होगा ना यार, तो कहीं के नहीं रहेंगे. क्या nonsense है, नहीं होगा. बोले, how are you so confident होगा? Then you say only one thing I tell you. If somebody asks you that, are you very sure you will qualify in one attempt? You say, whatever factors are within my control, I would say in one attempt. I don't think of those factors which are outside my control. I am flying to Hyderabad. Monsoon is turbulent flight. I am preparing about my lecture. Why should I think of a plane is not going to land and going to crash? Why should I think that? That is beyond my control. If it is good, number of times have generally turbulent, Srinagar flight or Trivandrum, Bangalore, these flights are very turbulent. Number of times you will find some poor passenger, they are so scared of life, so scared of death. Oh my God, oh my God. Say, hold on. And if you are cool and composed, because you are habituated, they look at you as your mental health is affected. They look at you. आप तो एकदम, तो क्या करूं, बोलो आप. If pilot is not able to control, what should I do? I'm sitting with you on, नहीं crash हो सकता है तो होने दीजिए ना. We are already halfway. Let us full way. Right. They look at some time. I don't generally speak like this, but कभी-कभी irritate हो जाता हूँ, बोल देता हूँ कि halfway already है. Let us have full way. आप कैसे हैं? क्या करूँ यार? You are tempting me to speak. Stay cool, composed. What is going to happen? Accept it. क्यों परेशान? That means I tell you, in your preparation, number of times even parents ask you, beta, are you sure? You always say, Baba, I am sure about those factors which are within my control. I can't assure you about those factors which are beyond my control. What do you mean? Baba, heartbeat. Nobody has Duracell fitted. I am having plan for whole year. I don't know RC Sena will sustain next moment or not. But why should I think of that factor? That is beyond my control. Heartbeat is not within my control. So please, these are not. And I tell you, when you attend any opening session, generally you feel like that it is a prophetic lecture would be there. ये करो, ये करो, ये करो. नहीं, ऐसा नहीं. That's why I ensure that yes, you should have pen and copy with you. So I once again I take you that point, that first point in myth and reality, qualification does not matter. Second point, that is family background, doesn't matter. Point 3, working, non-working, either way you have plus and minus. Point 4, that is whether you are fresher or whether you are already experienced. Sometimes you feel like you meet certain candidate, they are sitting in their room and they are having huge number of books, so-called seniors. You consult seniors also, what is called so-called senior. You visit them, and just I am citing examples. Suppose you are from Kerala, that candidate is also from Kerala, sitting here in Delhi for suppose 5-6 years preparing. You enter there. Hello, sir. Hello. Sir, I am also from Kochi, sir. I got to know you are from Kochi. Oh, yes. Sir, will you please help me, sir? Yes. Sir, I want to qualify in one attempt, sir. His expression would be, you say, why, sir? See, sir, I want few books you recommend, please. See books, he will show you. He is sitting there like saint, huge number of books, 5-year plan going on by Niti Aayog, not able to qualify single time. And thereafter they cite example like, why are you coming, please? Okay. No, sure, no problem. Anyway, please make sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure, please, no more interruptions. Yeah. So now, as I pointed you out, that experience or no experience, that doesn't matter. And I tell you one more thing, it's a very important. Number of, as I was citing example here, number of times you feel like you are people, it's a just coincidence that majority, all of you are quite young. You find certain candidate like you may be tempted to call them uncle, still preparing for civil services. And then you feel like, my God, if he is able to not qualify, how can I? You are taking very wrong example. Why so? No doubt he has very good knowledge, but what is problem? He is not able to complete the question paper. He is not 14 question, 15 question, thereafter he handed over the copy. He doesn't have that writing speed. He doesn't have that communication skill. And because of that, despite having that good knowledge, he is not able to qualify. And because of that, you take wrong example. You say, sir, when you are not able to, sir, how can I? It's a very wrong example you are taking. Never take example of anyone. You are insulting yourself. I should have my own way out as professional. Why should I copy someone else? God has made me original, not duplicate. And why should I be doing duplicacy? Please make sure at this age only you will make it. So never take example. That means fourth point I covered. As point 1 was, that is, of course, qualification, no. Family background, no. Experience, no experience, working, non-working, either way, plus, minus. Again, you have next point, that is senior, freshers or beginners. Beginners have upper hand, no doubt, because he is always or she is always fresh. And even those who are seniors, they renovate themselves, reinvent themselves, thereafter they crack the examination in one go. But if they continue with same practice, they won't. This fourth. And fifth point is resourceful or resource constraint. What does it mean? What it does mean? You visit someone's room, huge number of books are there, and you have just your laptop, net, and few books you have. Always remember, if you have few, I will give you some recommendation of some books also. If you have few books, authentic textbook, you will never get confused in examination. Or else, if you are attending library, go and attend library, I won't stop you. But if you are tempted to have so many books to make it foolproof, in the examination hall, you would be just like a philosopher, you would be totally confused. You won't be able to write even 8-10 questions because you have too much reading. Those two types of candidate never qualify. Those who study less or those who study too much, they fail to qualify this examination. So maintain intensive. Whatever you study, for example, I am giving you one simple example. What simple example I am giving you? Suppose someone is studying, simple, Indus Valley Civilization. Somebody is studying. Indus Valley Civilization has, see, one bogus candidate, how does he or she study, and one ranker, how does he or she study? Pressure. See, Indus Valley Civilization, one bogus candidate studying. It has pottery, it has storage system, it has bath system, it has crossroad, this, people god worship, Indra god worship, this, and thereafter getting fed up. Oh my God, how many things to remember. And see the ranker, pressure, and very smart candidate. How does he or she study? He or she study like this. Indus Valley had pottery. Oh, lottery means there was wheel. If there was wheel, there must be transport. If there was transport, there must be trade. If there was trade, trade of what? Industry was not there, so agriculture. If there was trade of agriculture, it means people were based on agriculture. Since people based on agriculture, so based on uncertainty, so based on beliefs, based on belief, so religious society, so people God worshipped, Lord Indra worshipped. Then his batchmate looking at him, are, how could you make these all interpretation? He said nothing. Take one point, interpret, and see these kind of candidate will find young, quite young, one attempt, rank, and even relatives, family friends say, ये तो कभी पढ़ती नहीं थी, पता नहीं कैसे लॉटरी है आजकल. This have become lottery. अरे आप कौन होते? Who are you to certify? The candidate is पढ़ती ज़्यादा थी, ऐसे नहीं है, doesn't matter how good he or she is in analysis. And if you say, sir, you can do it, you are professional, how can we be able to do it? You will do it, provided you have that passion, picking any point and relating to. We will do that, we will do that. So I repeat, one thing is very, very important. I repeat once again. So if you have limit, even you have huge resources, limit to this much, restricted resources. And for showing others, if you want, of course, show up is also must. If you want to show up, huge number of books, all from Nai Sadak Delhi, old books, you purchase and fill your study room, so that your competitor will be very much demoralized. As soon as they enter your room, my God, itna padhte ho? This much is required. Yes, it is insufficient. And naturally, they feel karte ho na? Number of times if you visit such a study room, you feel like, oh my God, I don't have that much. That is nothing to do. You have to be, because if you visit Haldiram and start testing each and every sweets, देखो भैया ये थोड़ा, what will happen here? So maintain this khoya sweet, this much, chhena sweet, this much, besan sweet, this much, classify sweet, thereafter have it and come out with flavor. Yes, I enjoyed sweets. That is the attitude, I tell you, really. So 5 points of myth and reality. Could you get, young man? 5 points. That is what it is. And why I'm asking, particularly young man, why it is? It is to ensure that yes, when you come out of, this is your roadmap session, strategic session, you come out of any topic session and you are able to deliver lecture outside, then it is really worth classes. Otherwise you are wasting your time and time of institute also. And this is the time is the only factor which even God can give you back. Energy you may get back, money you can get back, but and time will never be recycled. So make sure that is very, very important. So whatever time we are spending, that means myth and reality is over to you. That is 5 points covered. Should I repeat? Point 1 is regarding qualification, no. Value background, no. Thereafter, experience, no experience, plus minus. Working, non-working, plus minus. And resourceful, if you are, even then you make it resource constrained. That I will give you how to make it resource constrained. That means how to have limited resources, that I will give you. Point 1 is over of the session. Point 2 is regarding understanding pattern of this examination. In understanding pattern of this examination, again you write 5 points, everywhere 5 points. Change the para please, and you mention in term of understanding pattern of examination, in term of understanding pattern of examination, the factors include now point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Point 1, applicants versus selection ratio. Point 1, applicants versus selection ratio. Applicants versus selection ratio. Point 2, diversity of qualification. Point 2, diversity of qualification. Point 3, more applied than academic. More applied then academic, more applied than academic. Next, undefined syllabus, undefined syllabus. And point 5, time and word limit. Time and word limit are a unique feature. Time and word limits are unique features. Time and word limits are unique features. Now again you hold just for a few seconds. You have 5 points again. Did you notice one thing? I will be giving you always 5 points, 5 points, 5 points. Make it a habit of 5 points, so that 30 into 5, 150 words, and 50 into 5, 250 words. You are habituated. Even you are mailing your parents for money, 5 points should be there, and the right sequence should be there. First point should be, how are you people? Second point should be, I am more concerned about you people. Third point, regarding your preparation. Fourth point, regarding your progress. And fifth point, regarding money. If money is your first point, they will never read your mail. They will delete the mail. So how do you make sequence? That matters a lot. So I repeat once again. Out of this 5 points, first point is, how much are you aware of? How much? Just have it, please. Why I'm looking at time and again some candidate and asking them in particular, notice what it is. Most important thing is body language, and that too, the another important thing is your eye contact. It does not mean we are staring each other, but eye contact should be very confident. Otherwise, it shows that your personality has some negatives, some shaky you are. There is some sort of missing. Always remember these. That's why first point we are picking up regarding applicants to selection ratio. I think in this class 100% of you, I'm sure, may be aware of how many candidates, what is the strength, how many candidates apply every year on an average? 9 lakhs around. Got it? 9 lakhs. And you people, love you people, please. Out of 9 lakh, how many really appear in prelims? 54 points. Very good. 4.5, 50%. How do you interpret? What is meaning of it? It means 50% of the candidates which look like crowd here and there are bogus. I am using very harsh word, bogus, because they are just applying for applying sake. They don't have any strategy, they don't have any planning, and because of that last moment they back out. But they are on roads, and when you are standing somewhere in Rajendra Nagar Pusa Road, you are from outside preparing for this examination. Huge number of candidates like Kumbh Yatri, all bagged, moving here and there. You keep looking at them. Then you ask yourself, my God, whether I would be able to qualify here. But ultimately you ask yourself that how many of them are real fighters? That matters a lot. How many of them are real fighters? That matters. But first you should be real fighter. If you say my friend is genius, that means first you are genius. Then only you are able to identify the genius. How do you recognize genius? You have that. So I repeat, I tell you, young people, I tell you one thing, the applicants versus selection ratio, if you take account of 9 lakh filtered, 4.5 lakh appeared, that means 50% of them simply back out at last moment because of their strategic failure. Out of 4.5 lakh, around 18,000 are cleared, just 18,000. Today you must have read newspaper, 7.5 lakh has appeared in Agniveer in Air Force, 3,000 to be selected. 7.5 lakh, 7,47,000 to be thrown out. But I tell you one thing, how is it? Is it scary? Not at all. Because I tell you, number of candidates I have seen in my career, those who are rejected, but they are much more talented than those even in comparison to toppers. They are much more talented. They are not bogus candidates really. This is a harsh word I am using. What they are missing? They are fully prepared, but their writing speed is very poor. Their communication skill is not impressive. Because of that, they fail in this examination. And even their parents are in shock that how much prepared he or she is, not able to qualify. What is going wrong? That is, and he or she is not sharing with others that he is not able to complete the question paper. Even he is not able to speak out of box. I tell you, Lots of candidates in interview, they prepare so many coaching institutes. This is like industry, I'm part of it. So many coaching institutes, and they are having all sorts of preparation for interview. Once they appear before interview, they realize then and there that all questions are asked in interview other than what was taught in coaching institute. What happened? You appeared, there were blue shirts, suppose. Just I'm citing example. Good morning, sir. Oh, good morning. Chairman asked me, sit down, take your seat. So friendly, so nice people they are, really. And they ask you, blue is your favorite color? Yes, sir. Tell us something about blue economy. Now, blue economy, blue revolution, white revolution, evergreen revolution, and he came out. Of course, when he's prepared for out-of-box questioning, he answered the question and came out and sharing with friends. मेरे blue shirt पर ही पूरा interview हो गया. Blue पर. He immediately changed. White. So what? Explain white flag, white paper. What is white paper? Where white stands in a spectrum. आप ये specs पहने हैं, आपको देख के chairman ने तुरंत कहा, you look so nice in specs, very nice. For how long are you using it? He is very happy, or she is very happy. Sir, for the last 5 years. Are you myopic or hypermetropic? Sir, I am myopic, sir. What does it mean? Sir, I am short-sighted, sir. Very sorry. Why should we take short-sighted people in administration? Politicians in general are already short-sighted. You are also short-sighted? No. And then the candidate he is not supposed to throw out the specs. And then he is looking at, no, sir. Those who are very smart candidate, cool candidate, already prepared on out-of-box questioning, immediately got composed and he said, sir, in terms of sight, I am short-sighted, but in terms of insight, I am long-sighted, sir. Then chairman also smiles. Oh, very nice. You are a very good speaker. You join politics, you can do wonders. You can be full people. And again, candidate, see, this is real to qualify in one go, out of box thinking. And see, the candidate is smart, so smart. Sir, thank you so much, sir, but I am fit for selection, not for election, sir. Why? Sir, in election, caste, community, religion, lots of things matter, sir. But in selection, ability matters. Here I can compete. You joined very good coaching institute. Oh, sorry, sir. You don't believe in coaching? No, sir. Coaching is just polishing. I am uranium. I'll be processed to uranium-233. If I'm aluminum, nobody can process me, sir. Chairman looking at members. Kya cheez hai ye? And such candidate out of 275 scored 210, 212. But irony is, we claim our success. मैंने पढ़ा है. अरे वो in box, out of box answering करके आया है. Because of that, he or she is able to make that rank. How can you? But yes, it happens. Once you are in IAS, I tell you, lots of relatives would say, oh my God, you have been genius right from early childhood. I ask your papa, let her prepare for civil services. And if you counter question, sir, I met you first time, I never saw you. Oh, just after getting into IAS, you forgot me? This is nothing succeed like success. Why I am sharing all these things? I am speaking online also. I tell you one thing, majority, I think 100% of you would be confused from one thing in Delhi. Same photograph in every coaching institute. I am speaking here. Same photograph in every coaching institute. And then you think of, when the candidate was having media interview, he or she said, I never attended any coaching institute. And after that, everywhere she is or he is, what is going on? If you are not able to understand it, forget, this is not your cup of tea. Because your examination preparation starts from this preparation itself. Sir, are you getting carried away or are you really original candidate? If you are original, believe in yourself, you will. Yes, it applies to me also. Everyone, it applies to. So I repeat one simple thing, that out of this understanding pattern, I explained you 5 points. See, and how do I speaking extempore? Because my roadmap is clear. 5.1 is services application plum selection. 9 lakh, 4.5 lakh, then 18,000, and thereafter how many? 3,000, and 3,000, then finally 685 or approx 1,000. Just imagine. But I tell you really, when 4.5 lakh appearing, even then those candidates who are really very authentic in themselves, they are clear they will. They don't have overconfidence. They think this way, that whatever factors are within my control, I will do my level best. Rest up to God. Of course, faith is a strength. Rest up to God. But factors should, this is your first point covered in what I said regarding selection and applicants and selection. Second point, I gave you diversity of qualification. In university examination, you compete with same qualification. MA history, all are history. All geography, all political science, all physics, all maths. But here you are competing with one candidate sitting mechanical engineer, next is computer science, next Sanskrit, one Telugu. That way you are qualifying. You are competing with diversity of qualification, where you don't know who is what. This is diversity. India is known for diversity of culture. This examination more known for diversity of qualification. So diversity of qualification, that is very important challenge, a very big challenge in this examination. This pattern you have to understand. So what do you understand by it? You prepare yourself, don't bother, because if you are history, you are also history, you may compare. But if you are history or mechanical engineer, diverse qualification, you do your own best, he will be doing his own best. Don't compare yourself with others. Could you get the point, please? Are you getting the point? So are you getting the point? That means one, it is point 1, it is regarding applicants to selection. Point 2, it is diversity of qualification. Point 3, it is regarding more applied than academic it is. As I cited example of the Indus Valley civilization, that was academic type of candidate will be mugging up everything. If academic kind of candidate, monetary policy, he would be studying monetary policy like this. And applied kind of candidate, he will study monetary policy like this. Monetary policy, money supply like blood supply. Money is black and white, so blood is also pure, impure. Impure blood purified in lungs. So here also black money is purified by amnesty schemes. Like high money supply, low money supply, high blood pressure, low blood pressure. What do you want? High blood pressure, low blood pressure? High blood pressure. High blood pressure is sign of prosperity. Low blood pressure is sign of anemia. High blood pressure मतलब खाते पीते हैं, है ना? खाते भी हैं, पीते भी हैं. High blood pressure, ठीक है? Then you say, I don't want blood pressure. How is it possible? Where there is blood, there will be pressure. That means high money supply. And India, like now, Indian economy needs high money supply, but high money supply is causing overinflation, brain hemorrhage. Because of that, money supply is being controlled. If this way you are preparing, even a professor of economics would be looking at you like, kya baat hai yaar? Really? Because you have that gut. You make things very simple. Then you say, sir, what you are sharing with us, we are slightly getting scary also. If you ask yourself, nothing to be, really. This is what is called approach. When you, the best compliment in your career is when I would be sharing myself, I feel very delighted when candidates or people or professors ask me, Mr. Sinha, what exactly is your background? I feel zero gravity. What exactly is your background? That means this should be, because we have to prove ourselves as multitasker. Generally, you study, don't do other thing. You do study also, picnic also, listening music also, visit pub also, have some beer also, whatever you want. So that you should prove yourself as multitasker. Because an IAS officer is going to be multitasker. And prove yourself. Baba asks you, kya kar rahe ho, itna cheez kar rahe ho? Bola, Baba, this is the first qualification for this examination. I need to do multitasking. Baba would be, of course, for a moment, but how do you speak to Baba? That matters. I am Baba, so I do understand. So you speak that way. But what I mean to say, you will have tremendous energy to prepare once you have passion and a positive attitude always. You got hurt, you are limping. Somebody asks you, what happened? I got hurt. Still you are smiling. He asks you, you are smiling? Got hurt, no fracture, thank God. See, reason to smile. If fractured, thank God, leg is intact. If leg cut, thank God, I am there. If I am gone, thank God, I am with you. Have general studies. Really speaking, this is the attitude really that makes you, in whatever profession I am and what you are, it makes you winner once you have this attitude. I repeat, so one simple thing I would like to share with you. that applicants versus selection ratio, 0.2 diversity of qualification, 0.3 more academic than applied, 0.4 undefined syllabus. Syllabus of UPSC is undefined. It is Indian economy. And you say, what to study Indian economy? UPSC say, you understand? Sir, slightly. Indian ancient history, what to study? It is just like, so UPSC syllabus is like airways and waterways. Once you take off, no milestone in sky. University examination is like roadways and railways. If you know driving, you can drive down to Kerala from Delhi by looking at milestone. That is roadways and railways, but that is university syllabus. But UPSC syllabus is like airways and waterways. Once you take off, and if you don't know proper aviation, no pilot has that privilege to ask co-pilot or some other pilot, bhaiya, 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 Bangalore, Bangalore, Bangalore. Nobody is there. He has to crash only. This is it. So I tell you, this examination is really like it. So make sure all of you, please, are you getting the point? Make sure that when you prepare, what I mean to say, really speaking, what I mean to say, it is like airways, like waterways. So before taking off, runway par daudo, momentum banao. Don't try to take off like helicopter. Helicopter is the most risky aviation. Bipin Rawat, CDS, and one simple reason was cited. I think all of you are aware of the reason, that pilot had disorientation because of bad weather. Bad weather made everything devastated. CDS we lost. That is helicopter. But so far, flight is concerned, Monica Khanna recently cited example, SpiceJet pilot, your kind of young lady. See that pilot. I think majority of you must have read that on a SpiceJet plane that took off from Patna airport, bird hit, engine caught fire. Had she been normal pilot, she would have lost the nerve, but she was still composed, and that was, she redefined composure, courage and confidence. I also gave her compliment on LinkedIn, lots of comment after that comment, but from core of my heart I said that how could she maintain that composure? Maintaining that composure, already fire is coming out, and thereafter properly taking permission from ATC, no hurry, proper landing and all safe. What is called airways. So you need the same kind of skill. Once you are in preparing for UPSC examination, don't try to make hurry, because generally you get a scared. Number of your batchmates would say, मेरा तो third division चल रहा है अब. आप ऐसे करते हैं, third division. ये आप मुझसे affidavit ले लो. Nobody can have revision. The syllabus is so vast. The point is that whatever you cover, you stick to that area. You can't, you just don't try to explore a space. Generally, you try to explore a space. That is wrong. You set a boundary. You have to set a boundary, and within that boundary, you have to work and prepare yourself so that if ball goes out of boundary, then you are able to level best. Sometimes the ball is caught even inside boundary from outside. Ball is caught. That is very, very great learning, I tell you. And you people are quite young. You are making me tempted too much, really. That generally, when I'm lucky that way, very blessed that way, that majority of the batch I get, sometime it happens. Like I find that when it is government sponsored, sometime because of lots of accommodation is there. So it's a difficult, those who are already framed, but you are like white paper. And white paper is always very good. You can write by pencil also, it is remarkable, readable. So make sure one thing, as I pointed out in understanding pattern of examination, when pattern got changed, 2013 onward change, and I tell you, understanding pattern, point 1 selection, applicant cum selection, point 2 diversity of qualification, point 3 academic, more applied than academic, point 4 undefined syllabus, and this is the only examination that is unique feature where time and word limits are there. When you are attending this session, make sure when you are going back, and if you are speaking without looking at the copy, then this session is worth for you. Otherwise, you are wasting your time and my time as well. It should be on your fingertips. Time and word limit. Now, any one of you, request you, not asking you. any one of you, how much time is required to write how much of words according to UPSC parameter? You have in prelims, very nice. In prelims, there are 100 questions you need to answer in 120 minutes. 72 seconds. 72 seconds for one question. And you say 72 seconds, my God. Yes, no, my God. If you are conceptually clear, 2 seconds is more than enough. And if you are not clear, 72 hours is not enough. Like I ask you, what's the name of your mother? Objective is immediate. No need of 72 seconds, 2 seconds. I ask you, name of your grandmother, full name. Full name. Slightly. Because you are getting confused. And grandparents, then it may take 75 seconds. So that totally depends on how good conceptually clear you are. How much practice you have, that doesn't matter much. More matter that how conceptually clear you are. So I repeat, in prelims 72 seconds per question, and in mains examination, how much? You have to write 150 words in 8 minutes, 10 questions, and 250 words in 10 minutes, because you have 180 minutes, 3 hours, 180 minutes, 20 questions, minus paper 4. Paper 1, 2, 3, paper 1, 2, 3, 20 questions, 10 questions, 150 words, 8 into 10, 80 minutes, and 10 into 10, 100 minutes. Getting the point? Not getting. 10 into 10, 10 minutes, 250 words, 250 words, 10 questions. So 10 minutes, 100 minutes, and 8 minutes, 150 words, 150 words, 10 questions. So 8 into 10, 80 minutes, 10 into 10, 100 minutes, 180 minutes. That means your writing speed should be 150 words in 8 minutes. And that is not a joke. That's a Herculean task, because it's not only you are writing, you read the question, that too under so much strain. You read the question, crack the question, write the question, review the question, moving to next question. And because of that, you will find examination hall, God's sake, you should not, but in examination hall, you will find lots of candidates, very good candidates. And warning bell is there. They are on 16 questions only. And effortlessly in the month of September, October, waiting, because they could realize they are losing the battle because of their writing speed. So writing speed will never, I tell you one thing, my communication speed, that depends how much clear about I am about the roadmap. That means if your preparation is very good, whatever you have prepared, you are really, you know what you know what you don't know. I repeat, you know what you know, and you know what you don't know. If this is clear to you, your writing speed will be tremendous. But if you are confused, what you know and what you don't know really, in that case, see, number of times you speak like this. When Delhi became capital of India, see, I'm sorry, I'm really not aware of how much confident the candidate is, because he knows that he doesn't know. And another way around is, sorry, I'm not able to recall right now. This is kind of escape route he or she is making, because he or she is not clear whether she knows or doesn't know. So these are the basic things which you should know right from beginning. So understanding pattern of examination, could you get all the points please? That means first, applicant versus selection, clear. Second, diversity of qualification. Third, understanding. Third, more applied than academic. Fourth, time and word limit. And fifth is undefined syllabus. These 5 points is the pattern. And one thing last I would like to share with you, what are the percentage of technocrats now according to DOPT site? No need of, I'm not asking you people, I'm activating you people. In 2013, when pattern changed, technocrats, that means engineers, doctors and management graduates, they had been around 41% of total successful candidate. This year it has gone to 72%. That means the government is promoting technocrats to remarkable scale. That's why mechanical, electrical, civil engineering already optional, medical science optional, management is optional. So that why government is so much promoting technocrat to civil services, so that technocracy, bureaucracy should come together. Then only we can have digital India, the skill development, the smart city and new India. So government is deliberately trying to promote more and more technocrats into bureaucracy, so that bureaucracy and technocracy, the gap. It does not mean social science candidates are not that good. They are good, but bureaucracy and technocracy was isolated in India. Now the government for the last 7-8 years are promoting closer interaction between technocracy and bureaucracy. Earlier, engineer was sitting outside, and IAS officer, secretary, science technology sitting inside. Engineer was waiting for appointment. Now engineer himself is IAS officer sitting. So as soon as he gets to know one engineer from ISRO, Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, is waiting outside, that engineer come IAS officer immediately comes out of respect. Sir, please. That makes huge difference in the action of bureaucracy. So government is promoting remarkable scale. If you are, you will. This is objective of point 2 is clear. That is pattern and objective. Now point 3, major point, that is the strategy of preparation. Now you point out, change the para please. Therefore, you write this, and therefore, in term of applicants versus selection ratio, therefore, in term of applicants versus selection ratio, I am not on second point, I am third point shifting to, in term of applicants versus selection ratio, the most decisive aspect is strategy. The most decisive aspect is strategy. Most decisive aspect is strategy, whether it is election or selection. Most decisive aspect is a strategy, whether it is election or selection. Whether it is election or selection. Change the para. A strategy of preparation includes, again I am giving you 5 points. A strategy of preparation, what should be your strategy of preparation? A strategy of preparation includes, again you write 5 points. Point 1, direction of preparation should be from main to preliminary. Direction of preparation should be from main to preliminary examination. Direction of preparation should be from main to preliminary examination. Point 1. Point 2, right sequencing of topics. The right sequencing of topics in different papers of general studies. The right sequencing of topics in different papers of general studies. Right sequencing of topics in different papers of general studies. I will give you detail of that. Right sequencing of topic in different papers of general studies. Then come to point 3. Review of previous year questions. Review of previous year question to make out. Review of previous year question to make out what types of questions are asked in which area. Review of previous year questions to make out what type of questions are asked. What type of questions are asked in which area. What types of questions are asked in which area. Point 4. Preparing list of, point 4, preparing list of authentic references that I will give you. Preparing list of authentic references. Authentic references. And point 5, preparing a structure of answer. Preparing a structure of answer always in 5 points. Preparing a structure of answer always in 5 points. Always in 5 points to write in 150 words. To write in 150 words 13 to 5. To write in 150 words 13 to 5 or 250 words 15 to 5 or 250 words 15 to 5 along with 250 words 15 to 5 along with preparing pinpoints for objective examination. Along with preparing pinpoints for objective examination. Preparing pinpoint for objective examination. Now again your 5 points are ready. This is your stat. Are you getting the point very properly? First point was myth and reality, 5 points. Second point, understanding pattern, again 5 points. Third point is strategy, again you have 5 points. Now please have your concentration. What is in a strategy, how to do it? All of you please participate now. What should be your direction? Why did I recommend you that from main to pre you should prepare? You should not prepare pre to main. The reason is, sorry, see, reducing, please participate, please. It is like reducing gap between the preliminary and main examination. You are preparing for 2023. All of you are clear. 28th May is your prelims and 15th September is your mains. 28th May you would be writing. By last week of June result will come out. You will have your sincere preparation from July, August, 15th September examination start. It's next to impossible to prepare mains within 2.5 months. That means first reason, reducing time gap. Second reason is very important, that is the preliminary questions are highly analytical now. For the last 4 or 5 years, questions are highly analytical. Highly analytical. Let me tell you one thing. Earlier the question was like this: which one of the following has not been Speaker of Lok Sabha ever? 1, 2, 3, 4. Easily you can make out. And now the question is being asked like, read out the following statement regarding powers of Speaker of Lok Sabha. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 correct, only 2 correct, 3, 4 correct, 1, 2, 3, 4 all correct. And generally they give you last option 1, 2, 3, 4 all correct, because the psychology is when you are exhausted, tired. If you are tired, somebody asks you, kya loge? Veg, non-veg? Are yaar, jo hai le aao. This temptation is there. So when they are psychologically, they are testing the candidate. If you are losing your temptation, generally you say 1, 2, 3, 4. Laga do yaar. Laga do yaar to lag gaya yaar. This is it. So I repeat, very simple thing to understand. One simple thing is that, so you prepare pinpoints, and now getting back to strategy. So in terms of preparation, your main should be prepared first. Second logic is what? Second logic is, when you are prepared on mains level, you can easily qualify prelims because you have prepared on Olympics. You are playing in Asian Games. Easily you will play it. But if you are preparing for Asian Games, then going for Olympics, you can imagine. So this is two very important reasons you should prepare from mains to pre-direction. Point 1 is clear. Point 2 is the right sequence of topics of different papers. Sequence is very important. Let me tell you one thing. Suppose you are cooking, one day you are in mood, Saturday, you preparing suppose chicken. So you yourself preparing chicken, tandoori chicken. So washing it properly, cutting it, thereafter marinating it, then roasting it and laying out properly. But if you do this way, you cooked it, thereafter marinated, thereafter washed, thereafter laid out before someone. The person asks you, you cut it? Yes. Marinated? Yes. Cooked it? Yes. Why is it so? Because what is wrong? Sequence is wrong. You will find lots of candidates, they have wrong sequence. Because of that, they are not systematic in writing, not systematic in speaking. And they fail to qualify in spite of having very good command over general studies. So right sequence, that's very important. And in terms of right sequence in paper 1, now any one of you in paper 1, what should be your right sequence of study? It should be like, and along with that I am giving you authentic recommendation. Choice is yours, please. I am giving you recommendation of books, few books of every paper, and you first go on net, check the review, and thereafter you purchase it. It's not question of blind trust, it should be trust. So now I am giving you in paper 1, what should be your first topic to study? If you are preparing, if you prepare from history, because everybody is comfortable in history, ancient, medieval, modern, if you study, and thereafter art and culture. Ancient, medieval, modern from which book? See, one more thing I tell you. Online I am speaking once again. Everywhere I am online, offline, hybrid going on now. I tell you one thing. Generally we recommend so many books, but we faculties read something else. So that book should not be in your hand, otherwise you would be knowing the secret. Since you know the secret, so I am sharing the secret. I know candidates are so smart, they don't speak out of respect, but they know. I tell you, ancient, medieval, modern, if you purchase a book called Al Mukherjee, Presidency College, Calcutta, handy book, all handy book, Al Mukherjee, Presidency College, Calcutta, the small box, all points are clear therein, and thereafter you attend session, any one session of history faculty, you will be enjoying like anything because all the points are clear to you. Likewise, art and culture, so many books, but one book is more than sufficient. Majority, you note down please, it will be better for you. Seeing the para, thereafter you write, right sequencing of topics. Now I'm giving detail of second point, the right sequencing of topics. And now let me clarify you. Are you asking the what topic I am now taking up? So you ask me better. It's always good, always good. And instead of disturbing bilaterally, he is also young man, you are also young man preparing. How could he be? So please make sure. ये जानते हैं politicians की आदत होती है bilateral. But those who are going to be administrators always speak straight. Media people से बात होंगे ना, आप बात करेंगे तो you will be speaking straight. They ask you, do you think that really this time also the bomb, this entire design has been in Pakistan? Sorry, let me investigate. I will come back to you. Thank you. Yeah, please. Please do. I will hurry up, but it should not be pressure cooker without compromising with quality. So let me tell you one thing, but in case you have to, you please leave at that time, no worries at all, you leave that time. Remaining part you may come to me if you want to, I will explain you. Okay, no worries. Sorry. Okay. So let me tell you one thing. Once again, what I am giving you now, I am giving you that what should be the right sequence of topics to study in different papers of general studies. Let me speak first, then you will be more clear. In paper 1, all of you, paper 1, first ancient, medieval, modern, thereafter art and culture, thereafter you go for post-independent India. That means I am giving you right sequence of topics in different papers of general studies. Now you please note down. Right sequence of topics in different papers of general study. Paper 1. Ancient, medieval, modern history, L. Mukherjee. Ancient, medieval, modern history by L. Mukherjee. L. Mukherjee is author from Presidency College, Calcutta. Ancient, medieval, modern by L. Mukherjee, Presidency College, Calcutta. He is from Presidency College, Calcutta. He is no more, but the book is superb. Point 1. Point 2, art and culture. Point 2, art and culture by A. L. Basham. Art and culture, A. L. Basham. Basham, B-A-S-H-A-M. A. L. Basham. Any one of you aware of what is the name of the book? It's a very tempting name of the book. The Wonder That Was India. The book name is The Wonder That Was India. You purchase this book, it will give you complete view. The Wonder That Was India. It is the name of the book. The Wonder That Was India. And when you go through this book, you will find all the questions of art and culture generally comes from this book, all with photograph. I repeat for your comfort. Art and culture, the name of the book is The Wonder That Was India by A. L. Basham. Thereafter you go for Post-Independent India by Bipin Chandra. Post-Independent India by Bipin Chandra. And if you ask me one question, I would like to take extra time. If you ask me one question, Sir, Ramchandra Guha book is also there. Then I would suggest you better go for Bipin Chandra, because Ramchandra Guha has India after Gandhi, India after Nehru also. And you are asking question like, should I go for Rasagulla, should I go for Gulab Jamun? It's totally your choice. But I would say healthy is Rasagulla. Gulab Jamun is slightly fried. Better you go for Rasagulla. So that way Bipin Chandra is better. Fine, crux it is. Post-Independent India by Bipin Chandra. Next, please. Social issues. Social issues. This for social issues paper 1, you purchase Social Changes in India by M. N. Srinivas. Social Changes in India by M.N. Srinivas. By M.N. Srinivas. Next, Indian Geography, World Geography, Indian Geography, World Geography and Environment, NCERT, all NCERT, very good it is. Indian Geography, World Geography and Environment, NCERT, and generally you ask one question, sir, NCERT class 9th book or 10th book or 10+2 book. Generally people say 9th book, 10th book, don't do that, 10+2 always. If you say, sir, 10+2, I won't be able to understand, then why are you writing this examination? This examination requires graduation. If the graduate is not able to understand 10+2, he has or she has no right to appear in this examination. And generally what we suggest also 9th, 10th also, because every coaching institute suggesting. So we also stay in competition. 9th we padho, 10th we padho, 10+2 we padho. But it is like that, you are putting atta, there are putting ghee, thereafter putting some salt, thereafter doing kachori ban raha hai. That means you are mixing after so many things. Don't repeat that. Simply 10+2 book, nothing else. Fine. Next, please. Next, World History. World History, again by L. Mukherjee. This is very small, handy book. And I don't have agency of L. Mukherjee, please. I am just recommending you. It's a very good book, really. So, L. Mukherjee, World Geography. This also from World Geography. Now, you tell me, anything left out of paper 1? Nothing. Paper 1 covered. Cup 2 paper. Anything left out? It's that's a Indian geography when you study, that also physical, social, human, all the 3 parts covered therein. So that way you go. Now you come to paper 2. Paper 2, the right sequence should be paper 2.1, Constitution and Polity. Constitution and Polity by Lakshmikant. Constitution and Polity by Lakshmikant. Point 2, Government to Governance by Dr. Mathur. Government to Governance by Dr. Mathur or Subhash Kashyap. Subhash Kashyap, the name of the book is Our Parliament. Subhash Kashyap, the name of the book is Our Parliament. Name of the book is Our Parliament. And third is Social Justice. Thereafter you study Social Justice. Social Justice, no need of purchasing any book. You go for government with what is social justice? Government plans and programs to reach every section of society. For example, I am asking every candidate sitting in last row, are you able to get it? Are you able to get it? That I am doing social justice. Transferring government benefit to every section of society. Don't purchase any book. This should be prepared from government plans and programs available on government websites. So this is social justice. Next comes foreign policy. Next comes foreign policy of India. Next comes foreign policy of India since independence. Foreign policy of India since independence by V.P. Dutt. Foreign policy of India since independence by V.P. Dutt. If this book is also very handy book, and when you purchase this book, you will really would say thank you, sir. When you go through the book, you will get all fundamentals clear. Of course, they are academicians. They like write in different way. Here you have to write in different way, but content is very good. V.P. Dutt. And so far, international relation, international organization are concerned, all from net. No need to purchase any book. Or simply you type UNO on net, WHO on net, go through it, and always make sure you should have one laptop, one printer. That's all your preparation. No need of purchasing any book. Just laptop, one net, you take out WHO, anything you type, come out. If you find it's a good, print out, underline, and keep in your file. That is it. But the point is that if you keep only a laptop or a printer in your room, even your parents will stop believing you or you are sincere candidate. So you have to purchase many books. That is very simple. Otherwise, no required. So it is like, so foreign policy, and thereafter there is one more topic in paper 2, that is comparative constitution. Different constitution of the world you have to study. For that also you need not purchase book. Need not purchase any book, comparative study of different constitutions of the world, like from Britain, France, America, Germany, China, Japan. No need of purchase. Simply from net you have to prepare. Net. Taking all the important points from net and compare with executive, legislature, judiciary, comparing. That is no worry at all. They are very easy to compare. This is your 5 aspects of paper 2. It is coincidentally 5 aspects in paper 2. You have been asking something, I tell you. Ask. Any other source than M.N. Srinivas? That I will explain next one. Newspaper analysis magazine, that I will explain there. I am already, third point is being covered now. Let me tell you. I repeat, paper 1 I covered all topic, paper 2 I covered all topic. Now come to paper 3 general studies. In paper 3, first you have to prepare Indian economy. And I ask you not to hurry, please. It would be not comfortable then. I ask you, generally you go through the book Dutt and Sundaram, is it? Dutt and Sundaram. But I tell you one thing, you purchase one handy book of Indian economy, that is Performance and Policies by Uma Kapila. You purchase that handy book, you will get all the fundamentals very clear. Very handy book. Generally what I repeat, Performance and Policies. This is the name of the book is Performance and Policies by Uma Kapila. This is book on Indian economy. Uma Kapila, K-A-P-I-L-A, Uma Kapila. She had been from Delhi University, in fact. She had been head of the Department of Economics, Delhi University. So that book is really very good. And after reading that, choice is yours. You may further go for, if you want to have research. If you want to be researcher, you collect as many books as you want. If you want to be administrator, restrict yourself. Because administrator is supposed to act immediately. A researcher is supposed to think over why crowd gets unruly. He is asking his subordinates. By the time crowd has done everything. So you are not supposed to act like a researcher, you are supposed to act like an administrator. So first is your economy. Second is, now second, just 1 minute I am holding all of you. For regarding general science, even I tell you, general science is not so general. I am also from pure science background. But you will find lots of candidates who are from higher side, higher education in science. They miss basic science. For example, you are sitting, that is dead or living or non-living. Where are you sitting? What? Non-living. This is dead because the unit is cell. This is non-living. Its a unit is atom. That this is wood. Wood is bad conductor of heat, and iron is good conductor of heat. Then why wood catches fire? Because it does not allow pass heat. Because of that, heat gets accumulate and it catches fire. And iron, metal pass, allow to pass. Because of that, it does not catch fire. So what I am citing example, they are very simple. If in your interview you will find lots of candidates being asked like, doctor he is, or the board is asking, tell us as a layman, what is parasite? Doctor is feeling offended. I am doctor, that too I am MD, this nonsense question asking that's a parasite. But even then he explained. Thereafter chairman asked, take me as a layman, a pregnant lady, is the baby is parasite? Now doctor sir, sir, so there the doctor sahab has to explain. Of course some doctors have explained. Doctor sahab say, sir, same species are never a parasite over each other. Same species are never parasite over each other. They are on same species, so they are not parasites. For to be parasite, the species has to be different, sir. Oh, that is it. So here comes, so for that reason, this much time I have taken this. For that reason, for general science and even for science technology, you purchase the Hindu newspaper. They have published The Hindu Speaks on Scientific Facts. This is the name of the book. You Flipkart or Amazon, it is available. I repeat, for general science and technology, For general science and technology, you purchase The Hindu Speaks on Scientific Facts. It is 2-volume. The Hindu speaks on scientific facts. The Hindu speaks on scientific facts. This is the name of the book, and there are 2 books. You may purchase directly from Hindu, or you may purchase by Amazon, Flipkart, online you can order. But if you ask in Rajendra Nagar, this book I want, they will generally say this is out of print. Why so? Because they hardly get commission. It is open secret. Booksellers are more keen to sell those books where they get proper commission. They generally are not so keen to sell government published or these kind of books where the commission is very low. So you directly purchase online, don't go on any bookshop. The Hindu Speaks on Scientific Facts, that is for. So that means for Indian economy, I recommended you. Then for science, technology and general science, I recommended you. Then third is, that is disaster management. Disaster management also from NCERT. Disaster management also from NCERT. And next is your internal security. Sorry? And that is from you. He is asking one thing. Already from NCERT, disaster management, and for NDRF, SDRF, all these things, NDMA, net is always, you literally, no need to say e-government, e-administration, you have to go for e-preparation, electronic preparation in civil services, e-preparation. And when you go for e-preparation, always everything you cross-check from SET, cross-check from net, NDMA, NDRF, SDRF, how do they operate? That is all details of. So this is your disaster management. And internal security also, no need of purchasing any books, because all the questions which are asked, they are asked from latest update. So that different, better you go on the website, government website, that is Department of Internal Security. You take detail from there, Department of Internal Security, government website. But internal security you have to prepare from newspapers. Now see, all these covered. I repeat for your comfort, please take this much of consideration. I have covered for you right now in this session, point 1, myth and realities, point 2, understanding pattern, point 3, strategy. A strategy in detail I covered. Could you get the point? A strategy in detail I covered, in which I made you aware of lots of things like, first was like going through main to pre-direction. Second, I gave you review of syllabus and right sequence of topics. Are you getting the point very properly? Review of syllabus and right sequencing. Then third was previous year question that you have to do. Fourth is answer writing, as I suggested you. All never write in detail these days. You'd be inviting disaster. You just prepare your notes, the structure of answer, 5 point, 5 point, 5 point. Always prepare a structure. Are you getting the point? A skeleton of answer. Don't put muscle right now. And thereafter answer writing, and last, as I gave you, authentic resources. What you have to prepare authentic resources. I already recommended you list authentic resources. Now further you may go for as and when it is required, or someone else is recommending you and you also need that, you may go for. This is your third point covered, that is strategy point that I covered. Fourth point in this roadmap was newspaper for national international affairs. How to cover national international affairs. Let me one line I tell you. For national international affairs, first thing is your newspaper analysis, in which you go for reverse review technique. I repeat please, reverse review technique, what it is all about. I tell you, reverse review technique means, 1 minute do aap mujhe, so that if it is simply writing you won't be able to understand what I am trying to say. See, for example, today is 7th July. 7th July. You started newspaper preparation today only, suppose. Please hold on for 2-3 minutes in your interest, not in my interest. You are not doing any favor, nor I am doing favor to you. It is in your interest to make you understand how to do it, because newspaper analysis is really, it's a kind of commerce also, lots of people doing. But the point is that what is needed really, that you have to cover. You have to cover on your own. Of course, all professionals are doing their job nicely, but what is required? Let me tell you one thing. If you go through newspaper daily basis, you will spoil your preparation totally. No, See the logic. You prepare, you take up newspaper 7th July today, weekly basis on 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, ultimately it will be 14th July, next Thursday. On 14th July, you close your room for 2-3 hours for newspaper analysis. Thereafter, you take reverse direction. 14th, 13th, 12th, 11th, like that. What shall be advantage? On 14th July, suppose there is an agreement between India and Japan. On 13th July, delegates are discussing. Could you get the point? That means you are getting all those which are in result-oriented news. You reject all those news which are in process, because you are writing for 2023. Even this agreement won't apply at that point of time. But if you are going through delegates, getting my point, please? That means 14th, 13th, 12th, 11th, 9th, 10th, 9th, 8th, 7th. That in reverse direction you go that day and cover the news, and during covering, analyzing the news, what you do daily basis, control your temptation. You take out, suppose you take Hindu, he is your friend, suppose you take Indian Express. You take 2 newspapers, not 1 newspaper. Generally, we professional recommend Hindu. You know the secret? We advertise in Hindu because we spend lakhs of rupees in Hindu, so why should we recommend some other newspaper? Simple. But you should not go that way. You should, one friend should take Hindu, one friend should take Indian Express, and daily basis what you do, as soon as you pick up newspaper, control your temptation, have pencil, news regarding socio-cultural news, political, administrative, economy, technology related, environment, and defense, international. Classify the news, socio-cultural, everything covered. Socio, like hijab, no hijab. Gyan Vapi, no Gyan Vapi. That is none of your business. Gyan Vapi, no Gyan Vapi. What is this is question of religion. So what is fundamental right of religion? What is judicial view thereon? You wait for that. Don't go into Vapi, Gyan Vapi or this or that. So that is socio-cultural news. Thereafter go for political news. For example, role of speaker. Anti-defection law with reference to Maharashtra. Maharashtra, Eknath Shinde ya Binde jo bhi hain, wo kya kar rahe hain? Nothing to worry. You should go for anti-defection law. Anti-defection law. So that means use socio-cultural news, and SCL, short. P, polity. A, administrative, which you are preparing, civil services news. Then, of course, T, technology. E, economy. E and V, environment. GR, geography. And thereafter, DE, defense. And thereafter, FP, foreign policy, diplomacy. All international news. WHO, UNO, NATO, whatever coming, international. Daily basis, you take the news and control your temptation. Within 5-10 minutes, you just classify the news. And don't take every news into consideration. Though you reject those news which are in process. For example, suppose Germany is going to review tariff or trade practices with India. Going to review, let them review first. You should not bother. Don't read even. Don't read even. So I repeat, it is like that, simple. That way you classify newspaper on daily basis within 5 to 10 minutes. Otherwise what happens, if you are engrossed in one newspaper, 3 to 4 hours, 2-3 hours gone. And thereafter when you hear someone that you should read newspaper on daily basis, you are doing that, already you are inviting disaster. Then you say, then why people recommend this way? Even you would be rankers, God's sake, God bless you would be, and tomorrow you would be speaking the same thing. Somebody asks you, which newspaper you would like to recommend to your juniors? I think the Hindu, Indian Express, and one, this. Thereafter magazine, Yojana, Kurukshetra, Economic and Political Weekly, these are must, and thereafter one more magazine. You hold here. I am lost in one newspaper and he is recommending 2, 3, 4. But if they honestly recommend, problem is that if rankers recommend with their utmost honesty, you won't believe them. You will feel like they are misguiding you. If they say, I had been studying, I had been working attending my office, evening 2-3 hours, morning 2-3 hours I had been doing, and I am here. They say, phenk raha hai. He is literally out of proportion, he is taking. But if that means to be slightly dishonest is their professional compulsion. You should understand what is real. So I repeat, this is your reverse review technique of analyzing newspaper. Could you get the point? So far, yes, please. That is, you should not take me like God. What my logic is, you could get the logic. Logic is if you go through newspaper daily basis, then you are acting like a retired IAS officer. Daily basis, news पढ़े जा रहे. That not at all is going to work. So that means you have to control your temptation for newspaper. Yeah, please. Sure. Most welcome. Thereafter, regarding that magazine, how to read out a magazine? Just 1 minute I would like to take of you. How to take out from magazine? One magazine is literally must for you, and that is Yojana. Yojana is either Yojana or Kurukshetra. Either of the two magazine you take. And in Yojana, when you take, suppose you are picking your, yeah please, you are taking Yojana from January onward. This year January. What you do, just to conclude please, to have your own interest served, I repeat, if you take Yojana from January, this is July. Are you getting my point? Then suppose in January month, there was a topic, violence against women. Are you getting very properly? In January, the top, please, if you are attending, use it properly. क्या मैं कहना चाह रहा हूँ आपसे कि आप, you should do it very nicely. That suppose, otherwise simply I say 1/7 plus 7/3. This way you prepare a magazine, and thereafter I left. What will you get it? It means 1/7. It does mean when you prepare Yojana, you tear off content page of all the Yojana respectfully. Tear off all the content page, staple them together up to July. Thereafter, January to July, you have Yojana, only content page. Suppose in first January Yojana, there's a topic called violence against women. In June Yojana, there's a topic women empowerment. The two topics are together. So if January Yojana, that topic is first, that means first/first. Would you get it? First is January, and the topic number is also first, the first/first. And then you, after in June Yojana, you got same topic on 6th number. Then you put 1, then you put 6/6. Are you getting the point? 6/6. 6 means June magazine, and topic number is also 6. So thereafter on 6/6 plus 1/1, it does mean you are clubbing the same topic. What I mean to say, when you take out all the content page of magazine, whatever magazine Yojana you are studying, if you club the same topics together and thereafter take out the points in your diary, it will be fantastic preparation. And keep the Yojana away from your table. You prepare the point and thereafter keep moving that way. And catalog should be always on your study table. That means all the stapled content page should always be on a study table, so that whatever topic you want to prepare, that's already clear to you that in which month of which Yojana this topic has come out. Otherwise, you would be searching and spending lots of time, wasting lots of time. This is, and finally, one thing before I conclude, you should develop your email. All of you have email. Today, you just do experiment. You make email, fresh email today, and you go on YouTube, go on different documentaries, whatever you like. Suppose Bipin Chandra himself, Ramchandra Guha, is speaking on India since independence. That lecture you like, you just share, no need to, you are smarter than us. You take out that clipping directly to your mail, instead of then and there watching. Are you getting the point? You develop your new mail today for civil services preparation, separate mail, and don't share that email with anyone, so that the email should be totally pure, not contaminated. And thereafter, whatever you like on YouTube, on documentary, wherever you like, you just transfer that to your email and club together. And whenever you are preparing, open your email and hear them, note them down. This is the another thing is that always read BBC News, audio news, radio news, and when it is coming out, just keep on, just like singing ghazal, listening ghazal, just let them work. That audio news is going on a BBC analysis, and they speak like that. Now it's a turn of Southeast Asia. I would like to share. You feel delighted also to see the pronunciation, and thereafter they are saying, in Southeast Asia, what we have realized, and you are just preparing, you are writing something else, you are listening also. Listening, you gradually become expert of speaking, expert of listening, expert of speaking in style. Instead of speaking, see, that matters a lot. How do you speak? लोग ऐसे भी बोलते हैं, शाम में आइएगा. शाम में क्या होता है, शाम में आइएगा, शाम में होता है, शाम नहीं होता है ना. So that nobody, that how do you speak? Some, it is like that when you speak like that. Yes, I know. So that matters. It should not look artificial, but it should come from within, and that you learn from this BBC News. See, this is the way you audio news you cover, video news you cover, and always transfer all the whatever you like in your email, and don't share that email with anyone. You just, your notes is getting ready on that email. Do all these things, and finally, as I told you, time management, that is very important. You make sure daily basis, daily, weekly. This is last point before I am concluding. I will speak faster a bit. That your time management and stress management should be like this, that daily planning, weekly planning, monthly planning, review, and I repeat, daily, weekly, monthly, review, and stress management. What it is all about? Daily planning. In daily planning, whatever coaching institute is doing, you do in your own way. Coaching institute schedule is different. Whatever you are daily basis, you just study on daily basis. Don't write anything. And in evening, whatever you studied and underline that day, in evening, make sure after dinner, within 2-3 hours, you note down all. After dinner, when you note down, you will never get drowsy. Otherwise, common practice is in evening, you take oath like, today I will do this. And thereafter you start studying. And see your common practice. After slightly, just 1 hour, thereafter you are drowsy. Then you shift to your bed from a study table. Then you take one pillow and your lap, the book is. Thereafter decentralization starts. This is it. And thereafter, flat. Next morning, getting up, condemning the morning. Oh, shit, yeah. It will lead to disaster. So I tell you, in evening, always make sure you should write always. Because when you are writing, you will never get drowsy. Even then, if someone is getting drowsy, then God can help only. So this is the way, daily planning. And last point, please. Daily we do it, weekly basis, Monday paper 1, Tuesday paper 2. That is your choice completely. Or what you do in a month, 1 week paper 1, 1 week paper 2, 1 week paper 3, 1 week optional. In every week, only 1 week optional, because optional, role of optional is very restricted. Role of general study is very extensive. And so far selection of optional is concerned, always remember one thing, selection of optional. The optional has to be related to general studies. Then if suppose tomorrow optional is deleted by Vaikala committee, Nachapa committee, or ARC2 report, suppose it is deleted, you will be having help in general studies. But if you take optional like Sanskrit, literature, or something which is not going to help you in general studies, that would be literally, you would be receiving end. So take optional which are related to general studies, that would be far better. Choice is yours. So this way, and final, as I said, stress management is the last. And in stress management, one thing you always do. That is my personal suggestion to you. Whosoever you feel, that you feel lighter when you speak to, make sure you always speak to. Time and again speak to. Time and again have outing. Because don't push yourself. Your preparation should be celebration. It should not be your compulsion. Make sure. Parents याद आते हैं, चले जाओ 2 दिन के लिए. If they are far off, speak to them. You feel like, but don't hesitate in that it be time would be spoiled or this or that. That is very good for your mental health, because mental health, get ready for maintaining your mental health. That's a much more important in this preparation. This is applicable to you people and equally applicable to we people. Fine. God bless to all of you. Thank you. Anything you want extra? Thank you. Thank you. God bless. Thank you. Oh, sorry.